but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Micah Parsons racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Trucks over him, and he's out right at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Now Jones. Into a sea of defenders had intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Flushed out right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Donald Parham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Marr on for the extra point. And it's good. And they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Throwing, Jones. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day? Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On third down, Barkley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. Jones keeps it himself, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Barkley. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Will try to punch it in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Extra point try good by Guruz. And that'll make our score 14-7. Guruz now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and take it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a pass hauled in downfield and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day, but you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A nice pickup of 17 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. By that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the draw, this is Barkley. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Breida, they'll go up the middle. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now Prescott. Looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 41. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Jones, he's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already.
They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones to Barkley on the check down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Dancing to his left, and he's got Pierce. And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Prescott to throw it. Caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Juju Smith-Schuster. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. He's going to look deep down the field. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll run it again with Barkley. And for a 2nd straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back. And
here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. And it's caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis. He's got a man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off play action. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers
you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A first down carry for Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones, and that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Jones hit, and the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. 30, 20, 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Prescott now. Being chased out left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Partner, I think this will win a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. the shotgun. They run with Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Marr now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contact.
And now here's another interception.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify.
This is caught inside the 15. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Here's Prescott. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. one final shot. They'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Cowboys, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
Excuse me.